We start with breaking news. A Tampa man on trial for the murder of a 9-year-old girl just found guilty. The jury reading that verdict in a Hillsborough County courtroom within the last 30 minutes.
Granville Ritchie is now convicted of murdering and raping Felicia Williams, then dumping her young body in the water off the Courtney Campbell Causeway back in 2014. ABC Action News reporter Eric Waxler just stepping out of the courtroom. Eric, what was the reaction to that verdict?
Yeah, and it took just about 4 hours for the jury to reach a guilty verdict on all 3 counts: first-degree murder, premeditated first-degree murder, along with sexual battery and child abuse. This was an emotional case from the beginning, and now the death penalty could be handed down tomorrow.
Felicia Williams walked into apartment 721 around 4 o'clock, about 3:50. She never came out of there alive. She came out of there in a suitcase, and we know that for a fact.
The prosecution says during this trial they have shown Granville Ritchie raped and killed 9-year-old Felicia Williams. Family friend Ebony Wiley brought Williams to Ritchie's apartment on May 16, 2014, but testified she left the little girl alone with him to go buy marijuana. When she came back, she says Williams was gone. Wiley also testified that Ritchie told her he let the child walk to CVS to buy candy, but there was no sign of her there. Prosecutors say evidence shows Ritchie strangled the girl and used a suitcase to dispose of her body.
There's not one particle of evidence that points in any other direction than directly at that table and at that defendant as being responsible for what happened to Felicia Williams.
Ritchie did not take the stand to testify in his own defense. His attorney told the jury that's not a sign of guilt. He also said the state did not prove that Ritchie is Felicia's killer.
There's no signs of a struggle in that apartment. There's no DNA evidence left by Felicia Williams that you would expect if there is a struggle in that apartment.
As closing arguments came to an end, Ritchie's attorney told him to stand up, then told the jury he is now in your hands. And that jury, again, does hand down a guilty verdict for first-degree murder. Everyone will come back here to the courthouse tomorrow for the sentencing phase. The death penalty is on the table, but that jury will have to decide unanimously for the death penalty. Otherwise, Granville Ritchie will be sentenced to life in prison. Live in Tampa, Eric Waxler, ABC Action News.